why don't I just throw it over to you guys? We'll check in with a set of music and then come back and talk.
Sounds good. We're going to do Kissing the Lipless here.
Call to see if your back is still aligned and your shoes or growing grass all on the corners of your bed. You got too much to wear on your sleeves. It has too much to do with me. And secretly I want to bury in the yard the gray remains of a friendship scar. Told us every new life there you got someone coming round, gluing tinsel to your crown. He's got you talking pretty loud. Be right, remember, you're railing hard in your criminal eyes. You say you're still in love. If it's true, what can be done? It's hard to leave all these moments behind. Come to see if your back is still aligned and your sheets are growing grass all on the corners of your bed. But you've got too much to wear on your sleeves. It is too much to do with me. And secretly I want to bury in the yard the gray remains of a friendship scar. You tested your metal, Odorski, and patterns, kissing the lipless, who be the sweetness away. Okay, now we're gonna do So Says I here.
Hello.
I'm addressed to the garden door. I was standing on a stone again, pulling teeth from my pimps of gore. One hash, tragic opera in my mind, editorial of a new design, in which every soul is to be bound to uphold all the statutes of boredom. Therein lies a fatal thought of the red age, 'cause it was nothing that we'd ever dreamt. A lust for life, we got away with the rent we hated. As if it makes no money, nobody saves no one's life in life. So we burn our uniforms and let nature take its course again. And the big ones just eat all the little ones, which sends us out to the drawing board. In our darkest hours, we ever ask for some angel to come, sprinkle his dust all around, yeah. But all our crying voices, they can't turn it around. You ask for crazy conversations of your own. they might just give you life this time.
Strange, awkward silence. We'll do Saint Simon now.
After all, these implements and text designed by intellects are vex-defined. Evidently there's still so much that hides. Though the saints of us divine in ancient fleeting lines, their sentiment is just as hard to pluck from the vine. Try hard not to pretend, allow myself no mock defense as I step into the night, since I don't have the time nor mind to figure out the nursery rhymes that helped us out and make sense of our lives. The cruel, uneventful state of apathy releases me. I value them, but I won't cry every time one swipes out. Try hard not to give in, riding down and fare the wind, rid my head of this pretense, allow myself no mock defense as I step into the night.
Now we will do When I Goosestep, if no one objects. Play by play here. Marty is switching basses with Dave. Dave has picked up the bass. They're looking for the pick. Dave's got his hand held out. Marty is oblivious to the fact that Dave does not have the pick. Marty's moved on to just... Marty's found the pick. He's giving it to Dave. Dave's okay. Dave's laughing. Greg is crying. Marty's ready to go here, I think. Marty's sweating.
Why do we say that?
Dave farted. Wait. Okay, here we go.
Didn't need to hear that, James. Literally.
1, 2, 3.
When you ride in the rails with those wide open eyes, well, there's one southpaw you will always fight, and alone on a worn-out throne is the real queen of the question. Why we blindfolded toddlers ever started out? So don't get itchy with me when I goosestep across the kitchen floor. You know I stood the door. Are your mother's old-fashioned way so impressed that you hear my inventions, and that it matters more than what you saw with your eyes. Go along with the plan. Your head will still be there when you put it under the bed with the ice cream you could never find. And tonight you go to bed and dream all the world will be what you want. You got the curly draw, now flaunt it and keep 'em all checking their watches when you're out tonight. So don't get itchy with me when I get stuck across the kitchen floor. You know I stood the door. Are your eyes changing hands with some press that you hear my inventions, and that it matters more than what you saw with your eyes.
All right, that's the end of the first set.
This morning becomes eclectic at 89.9 KCRW. The Shins in studio this morning over at the Village. Nice play-by-play, by the way, in between the last couple of songs. We're talking with James Mercer. Maybe I could get you to tell everybody else, tell us who else is in the studio with you this morning.
With microphones, we've got Dave Hernandez playing guitar and just then bass guitar, and Marty Crandall on keyboards and bass guitar.
Sup?
Welcome
Jesse
all.
Sandoval is playing drums, but I'm not sure if he has a mic. I don't think he
Okay.
does, so he is inaudible.
Which studio are in? Do you know? You in the one with the booth, with the drum booth there?
The Enormo Dome.
Marty and Dave and I are out in the big main sort of, I don't know, I guess the main studio, I don't know.
Right. Well, we should point out that people can actually watch the thing streaming on KCRW.com as well. We've got another set coming up in just a short while, but let's get a little bit of history. It's your first time on Morning Becomes Eclectic, I know, and we were talking just before we went on the air, James, about how the Shins came about from Flake, which was the band that you actually formed about, 10 years or so
about
ago.
10 years ago.
How did the Shins develop out of Flake?
The Shins was started as a side project. I had been really impressed with the stuff that was on Elephant 6 in the mid-90s, like the Apples in Stereo and the Olivia Tremor Control, and how they had sort of recorded themselves with 4 tracks and produced some really cool pop. So I decided I wanted to sort of do the same thing. And so the Shins was a bedroom recording project that Jesse and I started. And from there, I guess what happened really was that Flake broke up, and the Shins was my only outlet, so it became the main thing I was concentrating on.
When did the Shins actually become more than just a bedroom project?
Well, we had always played live. We opened up one time, I remember, for Chibo Mato, just Jesse and I. At first, it was just a 2-piece, Jesse and I.
Right.
I think what officially changed things, though, was when Modest Mouse asked us to tour with them. And so we really had to put together a full sort of band and make it work, you know.
It's amazing how those things happen when all of a sudden there's a deadline to do something.
Yeah.
When you can actually get it together, get the band together, rehearse, and get out there on the road. And I'm guessing after doing that tour, you're kind of a band, and you're like, okay, well, now we should probably make some records, right?
Exactly. Well, although it had started as a recording thing, so I think what changed was that also at about that time, really cheap but high quality sound cards became available to consumer sort of level people like myself. And I bought a computer and began recording with it, which sort of just changed everything for us.
It's really something that in the last couple of years, I guess, with the advent of computers and Pro Tools and, as you said, sound cards, where somebody can actually make a record at home now.
Oh, yeah.
It's really changed the whole world for independent artists, hasn't it?
It's been wonderful for people like me, and especially for people living in maybe a smaller town like Albuquerque, where if you do go into the studio, you end up working with somebody who really doesn't know where you're coming from. They've got the latest at that time. Well, what for Albuquerque was the latest, which was like they love to put gated reverbs on the drums and really sort of 80s sound that they'd give you that we were just trying to stay away from.
Well,
and
probably
so
giving.
Yeah.
I was going to say probably giving you the sound that they'd given the band who were in there the day before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, whatever country band or
Wild
whatever
Stallions.
heavy metal band. Yeah.
Now, the first time I became aware of you guys was probably 2 or 3 years ago, and I guess the album that came out on Sub Pop Records, O Inverted World. That I guess that brought you to a lot of people's attention, and obviously you were out there playing a lot of live shows. By the time you came to record the new one, Shoots Too Narrow, things had changed a little bit, hadn't they? Because the album's a little bit different. I mean, first of all, it seems there's more instrumentation going on it. First album was perhaps a little more acoustic.
Yeah, maybe, and it just recorded differently too. I had some pretty bad equipment when I did the first record, and I think that some of the money that we made off of the first record definitely went into improving our studio situation, and so just a higher fidelity. We're sort of able to let sounds lie now instead of having to treat them so heavily like we did on the first record. So,
can you tell us about the songs on this record? Can you give us a feel for the collection of songs? I mean, essentially they're pop songs, right?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I use that term really loosely, though. Yeah, definitely pop songs. But some of the songs, I suppose, could be performed by a folk band or something, and some by maybe a shoegazing type of rig or something. But
Other ones by an orchestra.
some by a beautiful orchestra. No, there's just sort of a collection of different styles. Yeah, I don't know. It's fairly eclectic.
Well, you're on the right show then, I guess.
Yeah.
We're about to become eclectic all over the place.
What's
Marty.
what's going on for the Shins the rest of this year? I know you were in town just to do all tomorrow's parties. What's up next?
Let me see. We're gonna finish out this tour
More
in
parties.
a couple of weeks, and then we are headed to Australia for
G'day.
a couple of weeks. Yeah, which will be really cool. We've never actually toured overseas, so strangely, Australia will be our first jaunt.
Right.
And then Europe in the spring.
Okay. So things are busy.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Well, I want to thank you guys for coming in. I know you've got another set of, I think, 4 songs. So I'll throw it back to you. We'll come back and we'll do our thank yous, and we'll also give away some copies of the CD to our subscribers. But right now it's back to the Shins.
Well, I think I should allow play-by-play right now for what
Yeah, because I
James
got to
was
go
Yeah,
grab
yeah.
my acoustic, okay?
Okay, right.
Yeah,
Go
we're
for it.
switching over to the acoustic
He's
set
standing
now,
up,
so
he's still has his headphones on. He doesn't
he
realize
might
they're about
pull
to be
out the
pulled
headphones
of
here.
The console there. Now he's got them off. Okay.
okay.
He's putting his electric down. Okay, my view is
You should
blocked.
see how many
Marty.
guitars are in this room.
Marty,
There's
can
like
you finish this up?
500 guitars in this room.
Okay. He does not realize that
He
his
picked up the
fly
wrong
is
one.
undone, and that all can see is his inner.
That's the wrong
Opening.
guitar.
And okay, he's sitting back down.
All
I
right.
hope the camera is catching all this on the video stream.
His
They are,
pants have
believe
fallen
us.
down around his ankles.
Nice touch.
Are we gonna do Pink Bullets? Do you need that little guy to
No, we're going to do Young Pilgrims
Young
first.
Pilgrims? Well then let me.
ready there? Trying to figure out our levels now.
See when I do this, I get the buzz.
Ah,
And then if I do that, I get the buzz.
it's okay.
So I'll
I'm
do this.
totally buzzed.
I'm ready.
A cold and wet November dawn, and there are no barking sparrows, just emptiness to dwell upon. I fell into a winter slide and ended up the kind of kid who goes down, shoots too narrow, just eking out my measly pies. Well, I learned fast how to gather courage, 'cause I know there is a side of me that wants to grab the yoke from the pilot and just fly the whole mess into the sea. Another slow train to the coast, some brand new gory art from way on high. I sink and then I swim all night and watch the ice melt on the glass, while the eloquent young pilgrims pass and leave behind their trail, imploring us all not to fail. Well, of course I was raised to gather courage from those lofty tales so tried and true, and if you're able, I'd suggest it, 'cause this modern thought can get the best of you. This rather simple epitaph can say to hide your fallen mind. Fate isn't what we're up against, there's no design, no flaws to find. No design, no flaws to find. Well, I learned fast how to keep my head up, 'cause I know I got this side of me that wants to grab the yoke from the pilot and just fly the whole mess into the sea.
All right. So now we will do turn a square.
Turn square.
Yep.
Shone up bright like a knife, wearing tennis shorts made of stripes, hand in hand to the grass, and we got it right. Got it nice, nice, nice. I just a glimpse of an anchor and I react like it's 1805, and I swim to the poles just to find the right satellite. It'll take all of my strength to give up, and my friends know I tried to forget about a girl, even I don't know why. When such a creature I sight to town, where your feet leave no prints on the ground. Have I left my home just whining this microphone? It gets worse every time that we talk. Can't afford to be just one ear flock, but that's your lot when you're after such a well-made lot. Who is classically trained to give up? And my friends know I tried to forget about
that gonna work?
That's gonna work. It's gonna work. You watch.
You got 2 pieces of headgear now.
Help me, Jesus. Lord Jesus.
So a little switcheroo here again.
What's the play-by-play? What's the play-by-play, Marty?
I'm grabbing my robot hand so I don't mess up again. And James is grabbing a harmonica.
And a capo.
And a capo. And here we go in doubly.
All right.
Okay.
I was just bony hands as cold as a winter pole. You held a warm stone out, new flowing blood to hold. And oh, what a contrast you were to the brutes in the house. My timid young fingers held a decent animal. Over the ramparts you toss, the scent of your skin and some foreign flowers, tied to a brick, sweet as a song. The years have been short, but the days were long. Cool of a temperate breeze, from dark skies to wet grass. We fell in a field, it seems now 1,000 summers past. When our kite lines first crossed, we had to cut them off to finally fly apart. We had to cut them off. Since then it's been a book you read in reverse, so you understand less as the pages turn. Or a movie so crass and awkwardly cast that even I could be the star. And I don't look back much as a rule. And all this way before murder was cool. But your memory is here, and I'd like it to stay. Warm light on a winter's day. Over the ramparts you toss, the scent of your skin and some foreign flower, tied to a brick, sweet as a song. The years have been short, but the days go slowly by. 2 loose kites falling from the sky, drawn to the ground and an end to fly.
All right.
No, I'm not done yet.
Marty's not done. Still rocking. Now we're gonna do "Gone for Good,"
Shall this be our last number, James?
and this will be our last one. Yeah. Oh. Hello. All right.
You guys are having fun for this time of the morning.
I know. Coffee kicked in.
Unusual for a band, but anyway, at 11 o'clock in the morning. Listen, I want to thank you so much for coming in. An eclectic set from the Shins on a Monday morning
Thank
here.
you very much for having us.
Are you off out of town now? Are you playing?
Yeah,
show
we
tonight?
got to go. We're heading to Albuquerque for a short visit with friends, and then up to Denver.
Denver
Okay,
tomorrow.
well, thanks again for coming in. The Shins, our guest on Morning Becomes Eclectic. We're going to give away some copies of the new CD in just a moment's time. Thanks again, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.